you know what's good news for some people? That's that you can camp out at the Conjuring house, but not for others, because who wants to do this? That's the question. Who wants to do this? But if you want to, it's out there right now for $300 a night, starting at $300 a night. You can camp out, not inside, but outside of the Conjuring house. Because if you want to go inside, you got to pay a separate fee to actually tour the house. Because it's now a business now to go stay at the Conjuring house. And they're saying that there is still a lot of paranormal activity here, and it's still very haunted, the ground itself. So weird stuff happens outside too. And they're going to have tours, and it's going to be this big thing. But for me, I'm like, why? They have 8 different camping sites set up here. These people are cashing in. People have tried to live in this house. Of course, it's in Rhode Island, but it hasn't ever worked out for anybody. So now they're going to make it a tourist attraction, which I don't think those ghosts are going to like too much. I got to tell you that. The demons and the ghosts and all that shit. And this might last one weekend, or maybe it'll last years, but I don't think I'd do this. Chris, would you do this? Would you go camp here?
To each their own, but I definitely would not camp there. It's just not my thing. I think there's bad vibes, with the whole, supernatural and spiritual stuff. And it wasn't like a good spirit. It wasn't like a happy ghost that was there. It was like paranormal, crazy activity that was happening in that house. And for me, that's a hard no. I would definitely pass on camping outside or visiting inside.
So inside or outside for Chris.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't. Look, these people are nuts. People do it though. People love the movies. The movie's been going since like 2013 or something. So it has a big fan base. So I could see people wanting to do this, but it's hairy. It's very hairy. I just, not for me either, Chris.
Yeah, I was just reading that it was one of the most, was it the most popular horror movie of all time now, or it just passed some kind of box office record as the most popular, series of horror movies of all time. So yeah. It is really
I think it's the highest grossing franchise, I think.
Yes. Thank you, Sabrina. That's what I was looking for.
Sabrina's a big fan of The Conjuring, so she's going to be there day one, right? Sabrina, you're going to go camp out outside of the Conjuring house? You're ready for this? You got your sleeping bag packed and everything ready to go?
Fuck to the no, bro. Like, are you insane? Like, there's no way. Like, what Brian likes to put on scary movies and then go to sleep. So that's super
Very
fun
true.
for me. He also likes to go see scary movies very late at night. And I recently quit smoking, which is awful, but I would come home and have to smoke a cigarette after being in a movie for 2 hours. And I would be like, you have to stand outside for me because you forced me to watch that movie. And if something kills me, I'll feel really bad. So you have to stand here while I smoke before we go in the house. Like, that is how freaked out I get when I watch a scary movie. I do really like them, and I do really like The Conjuring. And I think that it's done really well, and it is extremely terrifying. There's no way on God's green earth that you would catch me sleeping overnight in a tent anywhere near that residence. And especially it's like $300 to $400 for like one of their little tent things. But if you book 2 nights, you have to pay an extra $50 if you don't want to check out and check back in. Like, what? What are you talking about? Like, that's a money grab if I ever saw one. Then their tours go from like $20 to like $1,200. And like, there's like all these weird rules. You can't bring any booze. They search your bag. I'm like, dude,
what? No booze.
If I was going to go to a haunted house, you bet your ass I'm going to need some vodka. You know what I'm saying?
All the booze.
Something. There's no way.
They're probably afraid people are going to get crazy and start trying to like fight each other, or, or some, people drunk, they might get freaked out more maybe.
There's like a town ordinance at like 10 p.m. Like, it's quiet time. So like, you're still allowed to explore, but you have to be quiet. Like, there's all these weird rules. And like, if I'm going to pay, upwards of, $600 to like spend one night and do a tour or whatever, like, I don't know. And they're like, they kick you out at 10 a.m. So like, you're supposed to do all this investigating at night, and then they're like, just don't sleep, leave at 10 a.m. and just drive home and crash your car. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's super weird. I'm not into it at all. But like Chris said, to each his own.